Today's horoscope from Astro Academy, Virgo, April 26, 2025. The Sun is in discord with Pluto today, creating some tension about pressures to perform or from work or competition. It's best to identify these things and avoid letting worries take over. You want to go your own way and connect with your wants and desires, but you could feel watched or blocked temporarily. Aim to connect with your priorities or discuss problems with someone you trust to help release the pressure. With some foresight, you can feel as if you're turning a corner in the coming days. Later today, good energy is with you for networking, communicating and sharing ideas, and learning from others and your experiences. A fair, moral, or positive outlook enhances your reputation. Dramatic experiences in relationships could be written in the stars today. It would be best not to engage. Even if you're feeling scorned and restless, try to channel this energy into productive affairs such as hard work or exercise. Fighting with your sweetheart now could lead to drama that leaves you both on separate sides of a line. The dark side of people tends to rise up from the shadows whenever the Sun now in your solar house and Pluto see allied, so don't live in your fears and insecurities. Work through your tension first before it overtakes you. Let go of control. It is time to accept that a death and rebirth cycle is coming your way when the Sun in your sign squares Pluto in Aquarius. Lately, Pluto in Aquarius has begun transforming everything in your career path. Your professional reputation, legacy, and success will all change over time. However, you might be dragging your feet to accept that this change could be beneficial in the long run. You may feel more empowered once you lean into the transformation taking place in your career path. You might sense all that is wrong with the world, but others might not be as aware as you are this week. The planetary alignment today will surely cause some frustration, some feeling of inequality that is hard for you to reckon with. Don't take this out on your friends. To keep your mood steady, make sure there is plenty of vitamins A and C in your diet. Fresh fruits and vegetables keep our tempers mellow, and any excess energy is best taken care of by going to the gym, if possible. You might find your imagination running wild on this day. This is definitely not the day to try and tackle anything heavy or serious, as this vibration encourages more fun than anything else. If you catch yourself daydreaming today, it won't be surprising. Allow yourself to have a day where you just go with the flow of whatever comes your way, rather than trying to stick to a strict schedule. Chances are, this would prove impossible, anyway. In the heart of the working week, the Moon is wrapping up its last visit to your career sector before Pluto turns direct here, but also since Mars returned to more forcefully police your work and life balance. Or at least for the short term and also with the best timing. While the Moon briefly clashed with Mars when it returned 2 days ago, it is later in the week that Mars and Pluto, the planets of war and revolution, will clash. Yet with Pluto just 12 days away from turning retrograde in your career sector and already slowing to a crawl, this is the right reminder at the right time. 2 days after the Moon spent its final hours in an adventurous part of your chart at a friendly aspect to the South Node in your romantic sector, the spirit of romance is starting to come under two different influences. On the one hand, pressure from the other side of the sky might be pushing old buttons or challenging old excuses, while on the other hand, growing support from Uranus, the planet of surprise, synchronicity, and the unexpected, is using this as an opportunity to break free from the past. Virgo, a gentle pivot could bring major clarity. Your quote of the day: perfection isn't required, presence is. Your color of the day is wheat beige, warm and open. Lucky numbers: 6, 8, 24. Don't get stuck fixing what's already working. A flexible attitude will open a door you didn't expect. Your logic is strong, but don't underestimate your intuition. Let go of one should today. Our eyes in the sky. Or April 26, 2025, the energy arriving feels like a quiet shift, like when the tide changes and you don't notice it right away, but suddenly you realize the water has come much closer to your feet. Today's cards bring a powerful reminder that transformation doesn't always come with fireworks. Sometimes it's gentle, steady, and deeply personal. Let's dive into the message the cards have for you today and see what guidance they offer as you move through this moment in your life. The first card that came through is the Temperance card. This is a message of balance, of integration, and of finding peace right where you are, not necessarily by fixing everything, but by learning to flow with what is. You might be navigating a situation that requires patience or trying to reconcile two parts of your life that feel like opposites, maybe work and rest, ambition and self-care, independence and connection. Temperance reminds you that harmony isn't about extremes, it's about the space in between. Think about those days where everything didn't go perfectly, but somehow still felt okay, those days when you gave yourself grace. Today invites you to create more of those moments. Lend, don't rush. Breathe, don't force. Next, we have the Six of Swords, a gentle but profound card that speaks of movement, especially the kind that comes after a time of stress or emotional turbulence. If you've been feeling overwhelmed lately or like you've been carrying more than your share, this card is a sign that you are moving toward calmer waters. It might not happen all at once, but the energy of progress is with you. Think about the last time you looked back and realized you weren't in the same place anymore, that you'd quietly outgrown something, or healed a little more than you realized. That's the kind of shift happening now. Allow it. You don't have to have all the answers, just keep going, even if it's slowly. The third card drawn is the Page of Pentacles, which brings fresh energy to your goals and intentions. This card is the student, the seeker, the dreamer who isn't afraid to start from the beginning. Have you been thinking about learning something new, taking a different approach, or investing your time in a long-term vision? Today supports those kinds of moves. You don't need to know everything right now, you just need to stay curious and committed. Every step you take plants a seed, and with the right care, those seeds will grow into something meaningful. Maybe it's a side project, a change in routine, or a deeper focus on your well-being. Whatever it is, this card encourages you to nurture it with care and consistency. Then we pulled the Queen of Cups, a card of emotional strength, empathy, and intuitive wisdom. She holds space not just for others, but for herself. You might find yourself more emotionally aware today, or even more tuned in to the feelings of those around you. Don't be afraid to sit with what comes up. The Queen of Cups doesn't judge what she feels, she allows it, learns from it, and transforms it into compassion. Maybe there's someone in your life who could use a kind word or a listening ear, or maybe it's you who needs that space. Be gentle with yourself today. Your heart is wise and worthy. Lastly, the Four of Wands appears, a celebration card, a marker of milestones, and a symbol of safe, joyful connection. This could mean something big, like a reunion, a meaningful relationship, or a personal success that deserves recognition. But it could also be something small yet powerful, waking up with more peace in your heart, hugging unexpectedly, or feeling at home in your own skin for the first time in a while. Let yourself celebrate the little wins. Let yourself feel proud, even if no one else sees what you're overcoming. This card reminds you that joy doesn't always shout, it often whispers. Together, these cards, Temperance, Six of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, and Four of Wands, tell a story of healing, growth, emotional strength, and hopeful new beginnings. You are not who you were, and you're not yet who you're becoming, but you're right where you need to be. Trust that the balance is finding you, that the emotional waters are calming, that your efforts are beginning to root, and that joy is on its way back in, quietly, but steadily. If anything in this message resonates with you, I'd love to hear what part spoke to your journey right now. Have you been moving through a transition? Are you starting something new or rediscovering a part of yourself you had forgotten? Let's talk in the comments. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. And remember, you're doing better than you think. Be kind to yourself. You're growing in powerful, beautiful ways.